It did not change. We were able to get our whole practice today going inside. It did make it a little bit longer because we had to explain some drills and condense some drills. Would have loved to go outside, but it's just guys can slip and hurt a groin, and we're able to get a good practice and get over 2-hour practice a day, full padded practice. So we got good work. It wasn't the best practice of the spring, but I guarantee you when I watch the film tonight, there's going to be a lot of little things that we got better at today. We'll highlight those things tomorrow morning in meetings, and then point out the things that we got to continue to get better. We're a lot of guys that hadn't played a lot of ball are getting a lot of reps, and there's a lot of mistakes being made. But if we'll keep pushing and keep coaching, and guys will keep responding to coaching, then we can get a little bit better each day, and that's what we're trying to do this spring, just get a little bit better.
Obviously, you do have a lot of significant guys hurt, but is the flip side that you can build a more quality depth with guys getting reps that maybe they wouldn't?
That's the plan. It's an opportunity for guys to get out there and show that they're dependable, that their coaches can count on them, their teammates can count on them, and that's what you want on a good football team. You want to build depth. And, it's like the first meeting. I told these guys, your opportunity is right now. It's not in fall camp. It's not when the first week of the first game. It's not game one and, you get your uniform and you're going to get to play because, everybody gets to play. That isn't how it works. Your opportunity is right now to show that you're a guy that we can count on. And there's a lot of guys having to take a lot of reps. But, to me, repetition is the mother of all skills. If you can go out there and continue to get reps, and they're good reps, and you're creating good habits, then you can become a dependable player and build that depth that you're talking about.
With now that your defensive staff's had a little bit of time together since practices, are you liking what you're seeing from them?
Well, I tell you this, our defensive staff, and really all our coaches, they're coaching every play. They're coaching constantly, and it's a lot of stuff you have to sometimes coach off the film, but it's constant coaching in every drill. There hadn't been one detail that's too small to coach, and and that's what I want to see out of the coaches. Now we got to be a football team that takes coaching. We're not the team that we want to be, and nobody is in this country right now. And you got to take coaching every single day, and those coaches are continuing to coach day in and day out, and that's what I like seeing right now.
With the news of Carter Samuels coming in, you see any more sense of urgency from your other quarterbacks?
Well, I mean, they should have had urgency no matter what. They're on scholarship. They've been on scholarship since they've got here. They're not even on scholarship. They're on the team. They got to be urgency in everything they do. Message to my whole team, and especially the quarterback, since I've been coaching them. Every day you better go out there and you better not have a meaningless rep. Every rep better be like a game rep. Whether we're throwing a route to the field, we ought to treat our feet and our eyes like we're progressing, and that's the urgency I expect. If I don't have that urgency, whether Carter Samuels was coming or he wasn't, then they're not going to be our quarterback. So. Well, it was a up and down season for Anthony, and we knew it would be. He basically had 6 practices in the spring and fall camp, and he's thrown out there at corner, something that he hasn't done. But he's a good athlete. He has some toughness. I believe that experience that he had last year, it was beneficial for him coming in this spring. I love the way Coach Lewis is coaching him right now, back to every little detail, the techniques of playing the position. And he's got to lock in every day and focus on those things. And, I see improvement, from the end of last season to where we are right now. And I like what I see, and he's got to continue to get better.
Do you think that switch mid-spring last year had an effect on him? I mean, obviously with him being in the position, but just that mindset of, I'm not sure about this position. And do you see that difference?
I think this is something you need to ask him. It was what we needed to do for the team. To give us the best chance to win, and I thought that gave him a best chance to get on the field. I thought it was defensive back. Now you have to ask him and talk to him about it, and he agreed to do it, and I feel like he's doing a good job of it.
Jan Philippe Bombeck, obviously a unique path to college football. Just Just what do you see from him right now? Obviously,
A guy that hadn't played a lot of football. I see a guy that understands, that's taking coaching from Coach Gilmore. You don't see a lot of missed assignments from him, and that's that's impressive right now. Now, learn to use his hands a little bit more. The finer points of playing with your hands as a defensive lineman. But as far as assignment and doing the assignment right, I think it's more the technique. He has toughness. He has a motor. So all that's good, and knowing what to do is just learning how to play with his hands. And if he continues to do that, I think he'll have a chance to help us this year.
how big is it to be here now so he gets these fixed?
Well, it's huge. It's huge for him and huge for Damian Dickens, both of those guys that are mid-year guys. To be able to sit in the meetings and the fundamentals, the individual periods of Coach Gilmore, and a lot of times we think, hey guys, just coming off the ball and go get the guy with the ball or go get the quarterback. There's a lot of fundamental and technique of playing defensive lineman and getting on the edges of offensive lineman or playing the run with your hands. And he's learning how to practice right now. And I think once fall camp comes around, he'll learn how to compete a little bit better and try to compete for playing time.
Mike, just your time about repetition there and how that'll help your team out. Just how nice is it to have three running backs who have had experience over the past few years?
It was really four. Is it four? I think it's four running backs with Izzy Matthews, Marvin Kinsey, Darius May, Rashad Body. And I've said it since day one. Our running back coach, Coach Brian Applewhite, does a great job. He holds all of them to a high standard. He's tough on all of them. They have a toughness about them, that running back group. And a guy like Adam Prentice and Nate Reichen, they're in that group too. But, riding back over here with my dad who's in town, he said something about the running backs, the way they practice. There's a lot of things right now that I'm scratching my head and I'm stressing about. But that is a bright spot for us, our running backs, the way they're practicing and the way they're competing.
But with those repetitions, and there's been some injuries with them, obviously with Kinsey. Izzy missed a couple games last year as well. Just how important is it going to be?
Oh, you need depth. Well, you need depth. You need depth at running back. You just look across the country at teams that, are going to run the ball and try to be balanced like we are. And it's not just one running back; it's multiple running backs. I think of my alma mater. They played 3 to 4. They played 3 last year, sometimes 4. And I like guys being fresh. I like competition, and they know there's competition, and they know if they perform in practice, that gives them a better opportunity to step on the field in the fall. But right now, all they're doing is we're not talking about the fall. We're focusing on every day, and those guys can lead our football team by the way they work and way they compete and work on the little things of getting better at being a running back.
You're now only 5 practices in, but a third of spring practice.
Yep.
Do you feel like guys are still kind of working into the groove of things,
Yeah.
or people run full speed?
No, we're not anywhere close to full speed. We're a work in progress every day. I wish we were. It was practice 1. We need a lot of work. It's going to be a big, looking ahead, it's going to be a big summer. But like I tell our coaches, we just got to focus on day in and day out of getting a little bit better. We're trying to look at the end result of, predict where we're going to be or what we're going to be. Just coach fundamentals, coach effort, coach guys playing hard, and coach our scheme, and we'll get there.